mind right and make this work. Let's go to work. Come on, everything you got last round, everything you got. Go get it, go get it.
Underway here in Game 2 of the doubleheader between New Mexico State and your Grand Canyon University Lopes. Yesenia Morrison in the circle for the Lopes. Starting out the game, a 1-1 count to Amy Bergetson. I am Philip Katafmo alongside Alex Larson for Game 2 of tonight's doubleheader in a 3-game series against the Aggies here in the WAC matchup. The 1-1 outside for ball 2. Well, the Lopes dropped game 1, 6-5, a relative comeback around the 6th inning for the Lopes. Unfortunately, they were not able to finish it off in the 7th. We'll see if they can change their luck here in Game 2. Game 3 will be tomorrow. That one fouled off by Bergeson. Game 3 will be tomorrow at about 5 o'clock, and we'll see if the Lopes can finally give New Mexico State their first in-conference loss. So the 2-2 to Bergeson as she leads things off against Yesenia Morris. Sierra Smith at third, shortstop Shea Smith inside for ball 3. Second base, Lorianne Olson. First base, Bianca Bowling. Left field, Maddie Dowdle. Center field, Lainey Gomez. Right field, Taylor Kay. Behind the dish, Kenzie Hill. And, of course, in the circle, Yesenia Morrison. So no changes defensively for the Lopes, except, obviously, Yesenia Morrison pitching. Brianna Aguilar-Bocage pitching in Game 1. Dowdle gets the fly ball out for out number 1.
Bobo went in Game 1, went the distance too. 7 innings pitched, only 1 inning with really mistakes, and that's the 3rd inning, 5 runs scored. Other than that, it was pretty consistent as far as hitting for the Lopes, and 6-5 really indicative of how close that game was.
So Kelsey Horton will step in. She had a home run just a few hours ago, leading this team in home runs with 17. The reigning WAC Player of the Week. The 1-0 on the way. Outside for ball 2.
Horton showed why she's such a good player, going 2 of 3 in the first game with a walk.
That one in there for strike 1. Yeah, Horton 2 for 3 with a big home run. Give New Mexico State an extensive lead. That one popped up in the air. Sierra Smith will make the catch for out number 2. So Smith making the running grab for out number 2, and GCU now with 2 outs here in the first inning.
Kind of made me nervous at first. Didn't know who was going to get that ball. I thought maybe it wouldn't be the shortstop's ball, but a nice job of the third baseman coming on and make that play.
That one picked up by Shea Smith. Throw on to first. 1-2-3 inning for Yesenia Morrison, and this is how we get Game 2 going. We move to the bottom of the first. The scores 0-0. We hope you're enjoying the Cactus Classic. Today's plants provided by Pueblo, downtown Phoenix green source for unusual indoor plants. Pretty neat cactuses and other plants. Nothing too crazy. No one went home with a fern, but everyone got to go away with a small plant.
Speaking of the Pueblo, both these guys are heading down to the Pueblo to play the Wildcats, the Aggies, after this series, and GCU at the end of theirs.
Yeah, it'll actually be the last series for GCU against U of A. Obviously, the men's baseball team played against the University of Arizona on Tuesday, and they did end up losing. But, yeah, everybody getting an opportunity against the Wildcats.
Well, because they'll actually schedule against us.
That is correct. First one outside for ball 1. So Morrison gets the 1-2-3 inning. Now Kayla Green, who came in relief in game 1, will get the start. Green went 4 innings last game, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, and 1 strikeout. That one outside for ball 2. So Taylor Kay getting things going for the Lopes. Then Lorianne Olson, Nikki Gonzalez, Smith sisters, Lainey Gomez, Bianca Bowling, Maddie Dowdle, and Kenzie Hill. Really no changes at all. Bunt pulled back again for ball 3. Really no changes at all to this lineup for the Lopes. Meanwhile, on the flip side for New Mexico State, we'll get you their defensive lineups after this pitch. The 3-0. In there for strike 1. Janelle Medina at third, Rachel Rodriguez at short, Kelsey Horton at second, Farron Glocken at first. Left field, Amy Bergeson. Center field, Victoria Castro. Right field, Katie Cesny, and a little bit of a collision at home plate, and Taylor Kay gets on for GCU. Nikki Green catching for New Mexico State, runs into, looks like she ran into Janelle Medina on that play. Little miscommunication.
Yeah, well, you consider that the Lopes have seen Green earlier, like you said, 4 innings. Advantage to the Lopes. They've already gotten used to her rhythm and what kind of pitches she throws.
Well, when Green came in to throw the 4th, she didn't give up a single run. And it wasn't until the bottom of the 5th where the Lopes were able to tack on 3 and cut the deficit to 1. Back pick, no, in time. Lorianne Olson so far, 1 for 4. Count 1-0 to Olson. It was really that bottom half production for GCU. Lainey Gomez, Bianca Bowling, and Maddie Dowdle keeping the Lopes in the game. The 1-0 outside for ball 2. Keeping the Lopes relevant in the first game. They were down 1-0 in the top of the second, and then it was that threesome of Gomez, Gomez, Bowling, and Dowdle who would come in to score and tie the game up.
And you can talk about hypotheticals all you want. You know, you take out the 3rd inning for the Aggies, and you don't get that 5 runs. And you look down the lineup for New Mexico State, and only 2 of their players on that whole roster got more than 1 hit.
2-1 on the way. Olson, right past first base. Kay will make her way to 3rd, and she is in. So right past Glocken's glove. And Lorianne Olson gets a single, no outs, runners on the corners for Nikki Gonzalez.
The designated player, number 26, Nikki Gonzalez.
First one on the way to Gonzalez. Slow roller, foul. That one definitely picked up in foul territory. So runners will stay. Gonzalez last game 1 for 3 with a strikeout. The 0-1 on the way. Gonzalez fouls that one off again.
Working low and in on Gonzalez. Not getting her hips turned through that ball very well, so Green's doing a good job of keeping in that same location.
The 0-2 outside for ball 1. When we know anything over the plate, Nikki Gonzalez can drive it into left field. Has no issue doing that. So looks like the game plan would be throw in and away to her and don't leave anything over. The 1-2. That one foul.
Good contact on that one by Gonzalez. Lined it into the screen there. If she wasn't so far ahead, would have been a solid contact.
So the count remains 1-2, no outs. Runners on third and first. The 1-2 on the way. That one fouled off again. Gonzalez making the most of her plate appearance. Getting a piece of anything close. The 1-2. Gonzalez fouls that one off. The 1-2 on the way. Gonzalez again staying alive, fouling off anything close.
Saw an at-bat similar to this one in the first game, and it's good that Gonzalez is able to force these pitchers to throw more pitches than they'd like.
1-2 on the way. Gonzalez. Rodriguez picks it up. Makes the play to first. Not in time. Bases will be loaded. Looks like Gonzalez hesitated, Rodriguez hesitated a little bit on that throw. Medina was coming over. It rolled under her glove. Rodriguez was there to back her up, and then a little bit of a late throw. Gonzalez beats it out. Now the bases are loaded for Shea Smith. Smith hitless in game one. Looking for her first base hit of the series, outside for ball one.
Something's got to give eventually, right? Hitless in the first game. Bases loaded, no outs, bottom of the first.
Well, we know her sister Sierra in the second game of the season against Montana hit a grand slam to break in the new stadium. And maybe we can see a little bit of that with Shea Smith and the bases loaded against New Mexico State.
They bring every player on the field in for the conference, even all the outfielders.
Very unusual. Well, you've only got so much time in between games with a doubleheader to really talk about the game plan, so you take your opportunities when you can.
Gave him a decent time chunk there to meet.
Well, the bench remains in the dugout, and the bullpen is still over yonder, so not everybody was a part of that little family reunion in the circle. The 1-0. Slow roller. Going to be a play at home. They'll make the force out, and Olsen almost out at third. Kay is out at home, so one down for New Mexico State. Shea Smith gets on now. Sierra Smith with an opportunity. One down. Bases loaded. Starting to feel a little bit of the similar feeling we had against Montana. I mean, New Mexico State, the colors aren't too far off.
No, not at all. But a good play there by Green.
First one, Chapper picked up. Play will be at home. Smith will beat the throw out, so 2 outs now. Gonzalez moves to third. Shea Smith moves to second. Sierra stays on first. Olsen out at home, 2 down. And it's not going to take a whole lot to score a run, as now Lainey Gomez, who was really a big difference maker in game one, 2 for 3. She came around to score twice. First one, Chopper, nice grab over at first base by Farron Glocken. And, well, Kayla Green and the New Mexico State Aggies are able to get out of it. We move to the top of the second. The score remains 0. You're watching GCU softball here on GCU TV.
There's an exciting new destination for food, fun, and relaxation in the heart of Phoenix. Come to GCU Hotel and Canyon 49 Grill, where our hospitality management students gain hands-on workplace experience and deliver unmatched service. Enjoy beautiful amenities like the resort-style pool and full-service fitness center. You'll never want to leave after you experience Canyon 49's modern urban cuisine and play at the GCU Championship Golf Course. Room rates $89 per night. Visit GCUHotel.com to book your visit today.
I'm Jerome. I received a bachelor's degree in secondary education. I am a former Division I student athlete here at Grand Canyon University. GCU's College of Education is sending teachers out to make a change, to instill the American dream again in the children. Good teachers have a purpose. It's creating future leaders of the world, and it's creating students that will go on to dream and believe in themselves and make this world a better place.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
So New Mexico State able to get out of the bases loaded jam, and the score remains 0-0 here in the top of the second. Slow roller picked up by Smith. Throw on to first. Quick out for the Lopes as Nicky Butler goes down in the ground out. Farron Glocken will step in now for New Mexico State, the first baseman. Last game 1 for 3 with a strikeout.
Really a tough end to the bottom of the first for GCU, so good to see them come right back at it on defense.
First one outside for ball 1.
Huge squandered offensive opportunity. You get the bases loaded with no outs. You'd like to at least think and get one run across, and also give credit to the Aggies, of course, in the field.
The 1-0 outside for ball 2, exactly. It wasn't going to take much. I know I had said about the grand slam. Obviously, that's just me being optimistic, but really just a single into the outfield would have brought around at least one and given GCU their first lead of the series, the 2-0 in the dirt for ball 3. Hopefully those opportunities will come again. The 3-0 on the way. That one smacked foul. Count goes to 3-1 against Glocken. The 3-1. In there for strike 2. Glocken thought it was ball 4. Good framing by Kenzie Hill for strike 2.
You can pretty much be sure if it's 3-0 and the ball's anywhere close and you act like it's a walk, it's going to be called a strike by the ump.
3-2 swung on and missed for out number 2. Strikeout number 1 for Yesenia Morrison. 2 down now for GCU.
That's how you go right after the number 5 spot. Just come at her with the heat. Blew it by her after going down 3-0.
First one on the way. Outside for ball 1. Bit of a chilly night here now for game 2. Game 1 was a little windy. It's still windy. But now as the sun has gone down, the chill has gone up a little bit.
Well, let's get this straight. Chilly for Arizona, people.
Yes, very chilly for Arizona. The 1-0 picked up by Olsen. Throw on to first. Another 1-2-3 inning for the Lopes. We move to the bottom of the second. The score is still 0-0.
I mean, I'm freezing here. You East Coast people wouldn't be, but speaking of that, depending on what you are, warm or cold, get the best gear to show off your Lope pride by going to lopeshop.gcu.edu to find everything GCU, from the newest apparel to the coolest accessories. Use promo code GCUTV20 to get 20% off for being a GCU TV viewer. Let's paint the Valley purple and Lopes up.
Do you think if I order a jacket right now, it'll come for the game?
Oh, well, I was going to say, will it come? Yes, of course. Yes, it will come if you
eventually,
order
yeah,
it.
eventually.
Right.
I need it now, though.
Oh, no. No, I would
okay.
say...
No extreme express shipping?
No. And ordering a jacket in Arizona in April would be... that's a bold move.
Well, it would be helpful. Maybe we can talk about express shipping. No, not express shipping. Express shipping. I want it the same hour.
Drone,
yes. Drones are a thing. And I would love for a drone to bring me a sweet GCU sweater from lopeshop.gcu.edu. gcu.edu.
How about GCBC drones?
Oh, I'm not much of a coffee guy, but a nice hot chocolate would be really good. So we'll see if the bats can start to get hot here in the bottom of the second. Bianca Bowling will lead things off. A part of that middle of the bottom part of the order for Lopes. Chopper right to Green, no problem. And that'll be there for out number 1.
Number 4, the left fielder, Maddie Dowdle.
That was a nice snag up the middle by Green. Hard hit ball. Just reaction move, but a nice play, and Dowdle steps in now. The first game was pretty quick, an hour and 38 minutes. This one moving right along so far, thanks to a couple 1, 2, 3 innings. That one misses.
So Dowdle, 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. (2-0) on the way. Picked up by, off Rodriguez again, and Dowdle is in. So Rodriguez had some issues last game, fielding balls cleanly.
That's an E6 we're hearing from the scorekeepers. Not really any doubt in our minds there. Hard hit ball, doesn't matter. NCAA Division I, you got to make the play.
Yeah, and to Rodriguez's credit, though, it was a bit of a hard chopper that did roll up off her. It's not like she booted it off her glove or anything. To her credit, she did try to make the play on it, just kind of took a weird hop at her. So regardless, Dowdle is on the error. Kenzie Hill, 1 strike, 1 out. The 0-1 on the way. Off speed. And there for ball 1. (1-1) on the way. Hill. Picked up by Green. Throw on to first for out number 2. So Green has made both outs so far in this inning.
And that was a pretty big play. You know, that ball was bobbled, but I think it's kind of overlooked that after the bobble, it kind of fell right to her. Had that one have gotten away, there might have been a chance for, both runners to be safe and in advance to third maybe.
Taylor Kay will step in, top of the order. Showing bunt pulls back. Kay has a hit so far in the game in her only at-bat. We'll see if she can bring around Maddie Dowdle. Runs didn't really come a whole lot for GCU. 2 in the second and then 3 in the 5th. (1-1). Kay will bunt. Picked up by Medina. They will make the play at first base. And again, the bat's quiet. No runs for the Lopes. The score remains 0-0 as we move to the top of the third. You're watching GCU softball here on GCU TV.
I'm Keaton. I'm a senior at Grand Canyon University, studying management in the Colangelo College of Business. Working at the Antelope Reception Center has been the greatest opportunity I've ever had in my life. Prospective students come to get tours of campus. With GCU Live, we developed a system where students around the world can get a live tour of campus. Anything you possibly need is here on campus. There's no better place to be than GCU.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
I'm Kenzie. I'm a junior at Grand Canyon University studying marketing at the Colangelo College of Business. So I chose marketing because I wanted to start my own event planning company. I love bringing people together. I am the account manager here at the Student Ad Agency. The Student Ad Agency is the inaugural startup agency in which students have the opportunity to work with internal and external clients. We're getting real-world experience before graduating college.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
We are underway in the top of the third. Katie Cesny will step in for New Mexico State. Defensive strong game for both teams so far. Both teams have had their opportunities. Of course, the Lopes in the first inning had bases loaded 3 times, and New Mexico State's defense was able to shut them down. And then on the flip side, of course, GCU's defense has been keeping New Mexico State off the base paths. As Cesny takes the first one in there for a strike. The 0-1 on the way. Outside for ball 1. The 1-1 on the way. Cesny gets ahead of that one and it goes foul.
Took a nice hack at that one. She was on that ball just way out in front.
Cesny last time 1 for 3 with an RBI. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Another K for Yesenia Morrison and out number 1 for the GCU defense.
Well, nice getting her swing through pitch going too, as opposed to just having the defense work, and that's how you want to get started in the third.
Kennedy Sorensen will step in. The designated player for New Mexico State in this first game. Off speed, got her swinging for strike 1. Sorensen pops that one up. Olsen is there, make the catch for out number 2. Coming into this one, Sorensen had not gotten a hit and it will remain that way. As Janelle Medina will now come in.
Third baseman, number 9, Janelle Medina.
So Janelle Medina will step in, 2 outs. Lopes looking to make quick work again of the New Mexico State Aggies. First one on the way. Slowly poked foul.
Could you imagine if that ball would have stayed fair and it just kind of popped to Hill as she was coming forward? That would be bizarre.
Would have been a great play, I'll tell you what. Would have got us out of this inning, too. Or the top half of the inning. The 0-1. Bunch shown again. This time it'll go for a ball. The 1-1 on the way. That'll go foul. The 2-1. That'll go foul. So Medina last time, no hits and 1 strikeout in game 1. She was then pinch hit for by Stephanie Duran. Two on the way. Chopper, Smith, quick play over at first, and they got her.
Oh, man.
For out number 3, quick turn for the Lopes. And New Mexico State goes quiet in the top of the third. We move to the bottom of the third, the Lopes. Still 0-0. GCU TV's latest series is here to answer your questions. Watch new episodes of Ask GCU every week on youtube.com/GCU. And tweet all your GCU-related questions to #AskGCU to get your question featured.
Revisiting the final out of that inning, a pretty underrated play. Not getting a chance to see the replay, but chopper up the middle, kind of no man's land. Had to charge it and then really transfer the ball in a matter of milliseconds and get it over to first. So, you know, if you bobble it even just for a second on that transfer, you're not getting her. That was a very fluid play.
Yeah, great play by Shea Smith coming over to make that quick turn. Janelle Medina has got some speed out of the box. She was almost beat out the throw, but very strong arm by Shea Smith at shortstop. So Lorianne Olson will step in. Last time she got a hit. We'll see what she can do in her second at bat, and that first one swinging foul. The 0-1 on the way. Chopper picked up foul. The 0-2 on the way. Outside for ball one. Little late movement by Nikki Butler on that frame. Does not get the call on the outside corner. So the count goes to 1-2, no outs. Pitch on the way. Poked foul again. One, two on the way. That one poked foul again. So Olson staying alive. 1-2, no outs. The 1-2 to Olson. Check swing. Did not go. So the count will go to 2-2.
Could have gone either way right there. Lucky that they said no go.
2-2 on the way. That one chop foul again. The 2-2 to Olson. Popped up. Rodriguez, Orton will come over to make the catch. And it'll be out number one for the Lopes. Now Nikki Gonzalez will step in. One down. Looking to get something going here in the top of the third. Been quiet so far.
Usually conceded the shortstop on that play, but some wind and maybe a tougher play.
That one inside for strike one. The 0-1. That one ripped foul. And even her foul balls look like they're going to go a long way.
Well, it would have cleared the fence had it been straight.
Yeah. That one outside for ball one. That one past Orton's glove. Gonzalez gets on with a one-out single.
Not much going on in this game in the flow so far, but Gonzalez able to get something done with one out and hope to get GCU on the board first.
So Shea Smith with a runner on. The 0-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2. The 0-2. Outside for ball 1. The 1-2 to Smith. That one popped up, it'll go foul. The 1-2 to Smith. Ooh, that one smacked foul. The 1-2. Smith pops that one up. Snesnik makes chase. It'll go foul. Or Szczesny. There we go. It goes foul. So the count goes to 1-2. The count goes to 2-2, 1 out, runner on first. Lopes still looking to break the tie at 0. The 2-2. That one smacked foul.
Good contact on that one.
The 2-2. Ground ball to Rodriguez. She'll make the turn at first. Gets her out at second. So Gonzalez out at second. Smith safe at first. 2 outs now for the Aggies, and Sierra Smith will look to bring her sister around to score.
That was a nice transfer over there at short. Quick play, just stayed down and got the toss over there for the lead runner.
First one outside for ball 1 to Sierra Smith. Smith had a hit in the first game. Looking for her first hit here in the second game. The 1-0. Ooh, inside. Did not get her, so that'll go for ball 2. The 2-0. Check swing. Shea will take off to second. They got her. So the score remains zeros. Great throw by Nikki Butler down to get Shea Smith out at second. Score will remain tied up at nothing. We move to the top of the 4th. You're watching GCU softball here on GCU TV.
I'm Christian Talon, and I'm earning my bachelor's in information technology at Grand Canyon University. I really wanted to be able to integrate my faith and career, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to go to GCU. One of my favorite ways to do that is by being a part of the life groups on campus. It's a great place to come and study the Bible and have that community experience. Cyber threats are a growing problem for companies and individuals alike. A lot of resources online are under scrutiny of attack. I found it my purpose to try and help businesses and Christian foundations and defend themselves against those attacks. One of the great benefits of going to GCU is that we as students get access to the state-of-the-art IT labs that the university is setting up for us. I really feel like the professors at GCU have invested in me personally. They're always encouraging and providing me with the resources to further my own education and really just grow my interest and passion for technology.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/IT.
Amy Bergeson will get things going here in the top of the fourth. Score still 0-0. Yesenia Morrison pitching pretty well for GCU. 2 strikeouts so far in 3 innings pitched. The 0-1. Ooh, off speed inside for ball 1. So Bergeson hitless so far in this game. Last time she found a hit in her 4 at-bats, the 1-1. Outside for strike 2.
Her control is really what's dominating New Mexico State. Doesn't necessarily have the deceit ball swing through and miss, but is able to just get weak tappers.
The 1-2. Ooh, check swing, didn't go. So the count will go 2-2. The 2-2. A little outside, so the count will go to full. The 3-2 to Bergeson. Popped up in the air. Dowdle should make the catch. She will for out number 1.
Again, a good 3-2 pitch. You can't leave him too in a dangerous spot. Just leaving it up and away. All you can do is get a lazy fly ball out to left center field.
Now Kelsey Horton will step in. First one on the way. Inside for ball 1. Horton hitless so far in this one. Hit a home run and ended out 2 for 3 in game 1. She had a walk. Really was a part of that 3rd inning for New Mexico State when they broke the game wide open. The 2-0. In there for strike 1. The 2-1. That one will hit the screen and go foul.
Not quite sure what that was we just saw on the screen. You and I looked at, but it was something. Wow.
The 2-2. And that'll hit Horton, so she'll go to first.
A rare mistake from Morrison, and if she can minimize the mistakes and come back and execute after the mistake, we're going to cancel each other out.
Now Victoria Castro will step in. Double play opportunity still for GCU to get out of this inning. Bunt shown, pulls back, takes it in there for strike 1. Well, a completely different ball game than when we had in the first game. By this time, New Mexico State was leading 6-2. Completely different ball game here, the 0-1. That one line foul, almost gets the third base coach. The 0-2 on the way. That one lined into left field for a base hit. Horton will move to second, and Castro will get on to first.
It's a nice piece of 0-2 hitting right there. Wait for your pitch and protect the zone, turn the hips, and deposit it into left field.
So Nicky Butler will now step in. Takes the first one inside for strike one. So double play is still a strong possibility for the Lopes to get out of this inning. The 0-1. That one popped into right field. It'll go foul. Taylor Kay running for it, but it goes way out of bounds. The 0-2. Outside for ball one.
Tight spot right here. Morrison needs to hopefully get a ground ball or something that makes it 2 outs and just lets you have a force at every base.
The 1-2. That one foul. So Horton at first, Horton at second, Castro at first. 1-2 count to Butler. 1 out. Pitch on the way. Popped up. Morrison should make the catch. Minor, not even a minor collision. A very little bump in as Bowling was coming over. Morrison making her way to make the catch. No harm done at all. 2 outs now for the Lopes. And now Farron Glocken. With 2 outs, runners on second and first. Lopes looking to get out of this one. No damage done again. Morrison went in there for ball one. Morrison actually had a no-hitter going until this inning when Castro got that base hit. So unfortunately, Morrison does not have the no-hitter. But things can only go up from here. The 1-0. That one fouled back. The 1-1. Check swing. It'll go foul.
Nice job to throw it over just in case.
Yeah, just in the off chance that it did go fair. Kenzie Hill making the smart play, like you said, Alex, just in case. The 1-2. Outside for ball two. The 2-2. That one ripped. Fair. Horton will come around to score. Castro rounding third. The throw into home. The play not going to be in time, and it's going to be a triple. So Glocken clears the bases, and now New Mexico State takes the 2-0 lead.
That one barely inside that right field line. And boy, that had so much tail action, it kind of curled into that corner. And you had the runner turning from third, trying to score that second run, hesitated at first, but then took it in. The throw was not really even close to in time.
So New Mexico State once again with the lead. Rachel Rodriguez will step in. Well, the Lopes found themselves down early last game and were able to get the lead back. Unfortunately, they did lose the lead. Maybe tonight, maybe this game too will be a little different. Put on some runs here when they get up to bat. Hopefully keep the lead. So 2-0 to Rodriguez. 2 outs. Morrison going to have to fight back here. The 2-0. Rodriguez smacks that one foul. The 2-1. That one smacked foul.
That one on the opposite end of the one we just saw down right field, but this one outside the line, unfortunately, for the Lopes. Would have been a third run.
More like thankfully for the Lopes, it goes foul. The 2-2. This time, Dowdle making chase. Dive and catch unsuccessful, so it'll go foul.
Fortunately and thankfully, I thought were synonyms. I guess I'm learning that fortunately and thankfully aren't, even though I'm pretty sure they are.
Got to keep you on your toes, Alex.
You know. Let me think about that. No, you're right. That doesn't really make sense. Fortunate is fortune, and thankful is exuding a feeling. Fortune is just kind of the luck of the draw. And that's what happened to the Lopes there. That one could have been fair or foul, and if it would have been fair, that would have been 3-0.
So another powwow for New Mexico State. The 2-2. Outside for ball 3.
Gotta get a put-away pitch here.
3-2 up the middle. Glocken will come in to score. New Mexico State now up 3-0.
So now, unfortunately, that ball down the left field line that went foul wouldn't have even mattered. Comes through just by way of a single up the middle, and the third run is across.
So Cesny will step in with a runner on first, 2 outs. Lopes looking to get out of this one. Perfect up until this point. Started out with Horton getting on, and then Castro got the hit, and then it just kind of went downhill from there. Still a very obtainable deficit, only down 3. Not stressing too much. Lopes were able to tack on. In last game, they were down 1-0. They tacked on 2 to get the lead, and then they tacked on 3 in the 5th to come back. So the offense is there. Just got to give them an opportunity to get out of this inning, get some hits on, get some runners on, get some scores on the board.
Yeah, Morrison can't really find the play as much as they'd like to see right now. A 3-0 count after giving up a run there. You got to come right at the batter.
The 3-0. Outside corner, throw down to second, and no, not in time. Very close play.
It's the tag.
Yeah, tag a little too high.
Got to tag at the feet.
Yeah.
Allowed for the feet to slide in under the tag and got the knee. It was too late.
Yeah, Rodriguez sliding right underneath that tag.
That's what you're taught at from the very youngest age, to tag low.
3-2 popped up in the air. Dowdle for out number 3 makes the catch, but not before New Mexico State tacks on 3. We move to the bottom of the 4th. The score 3-0.
Keep enjoying coffee and tea from the Grand Canyon Beverage Company, only in your own home. GCBC's locally sourced coffee beans and fine teas available online at lopeshops.gcu.edu/GCBC.
You can use the promo code GCUTV20 and get 20% off of those coffees and teas and anything else in the Lope shop. Online, of course. I don't know if promo codes work too well in store. Although that would be a good idea. So Kayla Green still on the mound for New Mexico State as we move to the bottom of the fourth. Lopes looking for some runs and some base runners. And hopefully Sierra Smith can be the first of many for GCU as they are down by 3.
And you wonder if Morrison's going to see the end of her rope there, or if she's going to kind of be on a shorter string, depending on how she comes out in the top half of the 5th.
Well, Sierra Smith will lead things off in the bottom of the 4th. Last time the Lopes were down early on, they were able to tie the game up and get the lead. That was in game 1, and then obviously that game ended how it did, but we'll see what Sierra Smith can do. So Lexi Coons warming up for GCU. Doesn't necessarily mean that Yesenia Morrison's day is done, but Coons definitely an opportunity to come in for relief. The other freshman on the in the rotation for GCU.
Yeah, we've got to figure Morrison's not going to have a lot of slack out there for mistakes.
The 1-0 smacked foul. The 1-1. Fouled back for strike 2. The 1-2. That one's slicing foul. The 1-2. Smith again gets a piece of it, but it goes foul. So it'll be Sierra Smith, Lainey Gomez, and Bianca Bowling. The 1-2. That one into center field. Going back and making the catch is Castro for out number 1.
Gave that one a ride, but really nothing more than a can of corn out there in center, and now they're going to keep looking for some sort of production.
Number 11, the center fielder.
Now Lainey Gomez will step in. 1 out. Gomez able to get on a few times for the Lopes in game 1. First one outside for ball 1. She's hitless so far. But Gomez 2 for 3 in game 1. The 1-0. That one off of Horton's glove, and Gomez is on.
Well, makeable play over there at second, but wasn't able to come up with the backhander. Nice hit, got decent contact on it, and that's what happens when you do that. You can reach base.
So now Bianca Bowling will step in with a runner on first. 1 out. Bowling off the end of her bat. Going to try to beat the throw out. She won't. And that'll be out number 2.
Way ahead of that one. Barely even hit that one in very weak contact. Not what you're looking for here. It's definitely not too late, but it's getting to the point where you want to start seeing production.
And the Lopes were able to get that production from this order of the lineup. Lainey Gomez, Bianca Bowling, and Maddie Dowdle were basically keeping the Lopes in the game. First one inside to Dowdle, but so far pretty quiet. Gomez got on. Bowling just grounded out. And, hopefully Maddie Dowdle can bring Laney over in to score. I went outside for ball 2. The 2-0. Inside for ball 3. So 3-0 count to Dowdle. Pitch inside for strike 1. The 3-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Well, 3-2 count to Maddie Dowdle. 2 outs, runner on second, the 3-2. Chop foul. Dowdle doing a great job staying alive. So the count full, 2 outs, runner on second, the 3-2. Dowdle right past third and second. Coming in to score is Gomez. She's safe, and Dowdle puts the Lopes on the board.
All you need is a run, but I think if that throw hits the cutoff from left field, I think the cutoff can hit the catcher and get her at home. But fortunately for GCU, lobbed in there, was up in the air too much, and they are able to get one, and that's all they need to get something going, not to win, of course.
Well, it was Maddie Dowdle who was a part of that 1-2-3 with Gomez and Bowling, able to bring around Laney Gomez to score. Now GCU cutting the deficit to 2. Kenzie Hill with an opportunity to put one on the board herself. So another whole team meeting for New Mexico State. Got to discuss the game plan with everybody. What do you think they're talking about, Alex?
Probably just get out of the inning. I mean, I was going to say, I don't think they're in a position really for Green to come out. Obviously, she's only given up one, just starting to run into some woes here now, but saying just keep playing what you've been doing and we can get back to it at the plate.
So Kenzie Hill is at the plate for the Lopes, looking to bring around Maddie Dowdle. First one high, chopper goes foul. Man, if that had stayed fair, that would have had no issue scoring Maddie Dowdle from second.
Yeah, again, just missing the line, but a little earlier there, that was clear that it was foul.
The 0-1 on the way to Hill. Ooh, check swing, didn't go, it'll go foul. Or I'm sorry, it'll go for a ball. Excuse me. Popped out of the glove of Butler. I thought maybe that Hill had gotten a piece of it on her bat. Thankfully, she did not. Count goes to 1-1. One on the way. Off speed high for ball 2.
Oh, yeah, you figured the Aggies would start warming someone up. Probably for next inning. Green's not having the control that you saw in the first couple innings.
The 2-1. A little low for ball 3. So if Hill can get on, the top of the order will step in with Taylor Kay. Three-1 on the way. Hill pops it up to Green. She will make the catch for out number 3. Well, the Lopes get one around, cut the deficit to 2. We move to the top of the 5th, the score. 3-1, you're watching GCU softball here on GCU TV.
GCU offers more than 200 innovative programs across 9 colleges, which now include cutting-edge next-generation programs in engineering, computer science, and information technology. Grand Canyon University, the quality of a private Christian education, the affordability of a state university. Visit gcu.edu.
Hello, Phoenix. This is Jerry Colangelo from Grand Canyon University. You can join the GCU community by enrolling as an evening student at our beautiful campus in the heart of Phoenix. Earn your bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree to take your career to the next level. Engage with industry expert instructors and get the support you need to excel. I look forward to seeing you on campus.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/evening.
Back here at the top of the 5th, the score 3-1. Lopes able to get a run around last inning. See if they can go 1-2-3 against New Mexico State and get up and hit. Kendi Sorensen will lead off for New Mexico State. That one outside for ball 1. Kennedy so far no hits. She is hitless so far this season. But to her credit, she's only had really 6 at-bats. So the opportunities haven't necessarily been there a whole lot for Sorensen. And she's only a freshman, so she's got time. But I will say this, so she can get her hit next series. Chopper to Smith, picks it up. Morrison so far, 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 strikeouts, and 4 innings pitched. We know Lexi Coons was warming up. Not sure if that means that Morrison's on a short leash. That went outside for ball 3. Or if Coons is just going to be an option, just kind of keep her warm in case Morrison finds herself into a bit of trouble. Of course, obviously, you've got Bobo if you need her. The 3-1. Ground ball right past Shea Smith. And a base hit for Kennedy Sorensen. Well, I guess I don't get my wish. She got her hit here. First hit of her New Mexico State career. So congratulations, Kennedy. So maybe a pinch runner for New Mexico State. That is exactly what's going to happen. Destiny Bluford. Bluford was a pinch runner last game.
Look at over here, the hitter, the third base coach conferring with the runner on first and the first base coach. So maybe a hit and run, bunt run, something. I don't know. I mean.
Well, I would assume that Bluford is definitely a speedy.
Yeah, right. So exactly.
A hit and run or a bunt and run. It's more than likely what's going to happen. Yeah, there you go. Bunt and run. Medina fouls that one off.
And a bunt and run and a hit and run, it pretty much guarantees that you got to try and get contact with the ball. Can't leave the runner out to dry unless it's obviously a massively blatant ball. But
even with a hit and run too, you got to make sure you swing.
Yeah, exactly.
Outside for ball 1.
Well, yeah, because then you don't swing and the catcher is able to get the ball. You really leave your runner out to dry and goodbye.
Oh yeah. The 1-1. Bunt. Smith picks it up, makes the out at first. So Bluford moves to second. And Medina is out at first. And the Lopes have 1 out.
So the bunt and run was a success. And now a runner in scoring position.
And now we will have the top of the order with Amy Bergeson stepping in. First one outside for ball 1. The 1-0. That one smacked foul. So Bergeson no hits in her only 2 at-bats. Morrison looking to get out of this inning with no damage done. Hopefully the offense can put some runs up on the board as well. The 1-1 outside for ball 2.
Fly ball is exactly what Morrison needs right here. An infield fly ball, just something that keeps that runner on second and gets 2 outs.
The 2-1. Popped up in the air. Kay coming back, should make the catch. She will for out number 2. Bluford will stay at second.
Ooh, nice throw in there. That one would have skipped right into third, and if Bluford would have tried to run at least, it would have been a risk.
So now Kelsey Horton will bat, and we will get a visit from Coach Pearson. And Alex, you can kind of go back to that first inning where the Lopes had bases loaded on 3 separate occasions and were unable to score a run.
Yep. Yeah, it's converting when you have. That's not even a good scenario. That's just a great, almost expected scenario to score runs with bases loaded. And no, I mean even a fly ball to the shallow outfield sort of gets a run in. So
that one high to Horton and outside.
I'm doing an intentional walk right here.
Well, you might as well, yeah.
With 2 gone though,
I mean, Horton had hit a home run earlier in the first game and has been New Mexico State's best hitter.
No, you're right, absolutely.
There's a reason why she's the WAC Player of the Week. I mean, she's been doing fantastic all season. So you get her on first, and that will get you to Victoria Castro. Castro does have a hit. And now runners on second and first. Force out at any base, except home, obviously. Castro 1 hit in her 2 at-bats. And with 2 outs, we'll see if Yesenia Morrison can get out of this one. That went outside for ball 1. The 1-0. That one popped up in the air. Smith making chase. Dowdle coming over. Ooh, unable to make the play. It goes foul. A little bit of a tough play over there for Shea Smith. Trying to find the wall, trying to see if the ball's going to skid off of it.
Tough play, but again, it goes back to learning your fundamentals. I mean, you're taught as a player making that catch to have your glove hand up but have a hand reaching out towards the fence or wall so you know where it is. She had more room and should have caught that ball.
The 1-1. In there for strike 2.
I mean, now that's not something you're going to look back on and be like, well, she didn't make the catch, so it's going to come back to hurt him. But it is something that if you get, it puts you in a much better spot.
The 1-2 on the way. That one line in the left. Dowdle, one hopped into her glove. Everybody will stay and the bases will remain loaded. So just bounces right in front of Maddie Dowdle's glove. And Castro gets on to first. Bases are now loaded for Nikki Butler.
This is not who you want at the plate. I believe 3 hits. The first game, yes, 3 hits.
Butler fouls that one off.
Either going to get out of the inning here, obviously, with no damage, or this could be broken open a little bit, relatively speaking.
Well, I would say if Morrison can get out of this one, carry some sort of momentum into the bottom portion of the inning. That one popped up in the air. Lopes looking to get out of it.
Tough play.
Good thing we got Lainey Gomez out in center field. She makes the catch for out number 3. So no damage done for New Mexico State as they leave the bases loaded We move to the bottom of the 5th to score 3-1. A big thank you to today's plant sponsor, Pueblo. Go visit their freshly finished greenhouse for a uniquely verdant experience. Check them out on Instagram at the.pueblo. Yeah, we got a chance to, if you were lucky enough to be in attendance, you got to go home with a plant from Pueblo. And it was obviously the Cactus Classic, so cactus was an option. And then they call them succulents. I've kind of compared them more to like aloe vera plants.
Aloe vera is the multi-sport, dual-faceted athlete that everyone wants on their team. Heals so much. I mean, come on, what can't it heal?
Yeah, aloe vera, very versatile plant.
Versatile, that's another good word.
Very versatile.
Almost like we're talking about a player. But real quickly on that
Plays
last
a great
play,
third base. Aloe vera does. Quick hands.
Third base. I mean, if that last fly ball that was up in the air for a while, right? I mean, if you see a ball in Major League Baseball land 20 feet in front of the catcher to end the game on a simple fly ball, you can obviously see it in college softball, and we did when the Padres lost to the Astros. That ball.
I was going to say.
I mean, come on. There's nothing you can say about that other than.
Is that? I don't really want to say that. Never mind. That's just the unfortunate luck of the San Diego Padres.
Yeah.
But Lopes looking to change their luck here in the bottom of the 5th. The score 3-1. Kay, grounder right back to Green. Throw on to first for out number 1.
Well, that's a good start for New Mexico State because after getting something brewing on offense the last inning, now they're coming right out on defense and getting outs. So keep rolling.
Lorianne Olson will step in now with 1 out. And then Nikki Gonzalez waiting on deck. Olson takes the first one high for ball 1. You know, okay, getting back to the Padres for a second, it's obvious I'm a Dodgers fan. I'm from California. Petco Park has got to be one of the best stadiums in all of baseball. I mean, it has to be. The 1-0 in there for ball 2. I feel so bad for the San Diego Padres. They tried every year, for the most part, to sign big-ticket free agents. They had that one year where they had James Shields, Craig Kimbrell, and Matt Kemp, and did nothing. But still people go to Petco Park to watch Padres games.
Well, that's because there's a lot of history. You know, there's nothing like
That one a chopper to Rodriguez, throw on first for out number 2.
Afternoon at Petco, seeing outside the center fields the planes landing at the airport. But that, I'm trying to remember, the name at first that dropped it was a bigger name.
Yeah, probably.
For the Padres, and I'm trying to remember who.
I know Qualcomm Stadium.
No, I'm saying the player that actually dropped it at first.
Oh,
remember that
is
play?
that Eric Hosmer?
Yes,
yeah,
there you go. There you go. Thank you.
Nikki Gonzalez lines that one into left field. Base hit for Nikki Gonzalez with 2 outs. Yeah, ironically, of course, Eric Hosmer was their big team.
Right, exactly. I just had to say that.
Oh, man. Well, Nikki Gonzalez, who, I can't really relate to the first base. Who cares? She's standing on first base. Great base hit in the left field. Get things going with 2 outs. And now Shea Smith. See what she can do. Maybe bring Gonzalez into scoring position and just get a run here to cut the deficit down. That one into left field. Slicing foul. Yeah, you never want to do that as a pro ball player. Just let a fly ball like that fall, and you lose the game.
You never want to do that.
No, never.
A walk-off fly ball.
Contract is paying for itself already. The 0-1 outside for ball 1.
But, well, Lainey Gomez is couple steps above Eric Hosmer.
Yeah, because she knows how to catch fly balls.
She's one heck of a fielder, though, that's for sure.
The 1-1 chopped foul. She knows how to catch fly balls out in center field. It seems, for the most part, the entire infield is pretty much set. You've got the Smith sisters on the left-hand side. Dewey Jeffries and I talked about this the first game. Lorianne Olson is always going to be at second. And Gomez and Dowdle are sort of the staples out in center and left field. That one up the middle. Orton will pick it up, step on to second for out number 3. So the Lopes go quiet in the 5th. We move to the top of the 6th. The score 3-1. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on GCU TV. That thing up. So 2-0 count to Farron Glocken as we get things going here in the top of the 6th. In there for strike 1. So Morrison still on the mound for the Lopes. 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, and 2 strikeouts. Got out of a huge jam with bases loaded last time.
Little surprised to see Morrison still out there.
Well, you want to give the freshman the opportunity to get out of jams like that and pitch through games. We talked about that with Lexi Coons, where she would find herself into trouble early on in the season, and Coach Pearson would give her opportunities to get out of jams. 3-1 in there for strike 2. And there's going to be opportunities in big games where Yesenia Morrison and Lexi Coons, who are freshmen, are going to be pitching with bases loaded. And they're going to need the experience.
Yeah, especially against a strong whack opponent like this.
3-2, got her looking. Strikeout number 3 for Yesenia Morrison, out number 1 for the GCU defense.
And that's a big pitch right there. Start off the inning after going down in the count 2-0. Coming back with a strikeout and with the bases, or the count full nonetheless.
Now Rachel Rodriguez will step in. First one on the way to Rodriguez, smacked foul. If you notice, Alex, the New Mexico State hitters, seems like it looks like they kind of like squared a bunt, then they bring the bat back around. You watch Rodriguez, she kind of does it a little bit. I've noticed Horton's done it a few times. That. Of course, she does square around about this time, but even when she's swinging normally, it's not necessarily like a full dedication to the bunt, but just sort of like a rhythm thing.
You're right, just almost like a decoy to the pitcher. I'd be interested to see how much that actually distracts the pitcher.
The 1-1. That one's off the end of the bat, goes foul. 1-2 goes the count, 1 out. Well, essentially you would assume that, you know, you got your hand over the middle area of the barrel of the bat, you're going to bunt. So you draw in the corners, try to poke something over their heads. So yeah, it could be it definitely could be some sort of tactic used by New Mexico State. 1-2 outside for ball 2.
Well, when I used to play ball and stopped at high school before sophomore year, but I saw someone turn to bunt, I'd always throw it high and tight. So the reaction kind of still stayed square, but
2-2 outside, ball 3. So what was your usual go-to position in baseball, Alex?
I was actually a shortstop and a center fielder.
3-2 popped up in the air. Dowdle should make the catch for our out number 2. Lopes looking for a 1-2-3 inning as now Katie Cesny comes in.
Well, that's what you want. I mean, Morrison, how about that? Coming in when we maybe thought she might not have much left and get 2 quick outs. Now looking to get her team back there swinging the bats.
First one outside for strike 1.
Yeah, a very nice pitch.
The 0-1. Popped up in the air. Dowdle coming in, makes the catch. Out number 3, 1-2-3 inning for Yesenia Morrison, and now the offense's opportunity is coming here in the bottom of the 6th. The score is still 3-1.
Check out Sunday brunch every They'll be sticking around just to go to brunch at
Hey, you never know.
49. Hey, man.
I haven't gotten an opportunity to go to that brunch, but I'm a fan of a good brunch.
Grandma, Grandpa, I'm not going to stay home. I planned a brunch at Canyon 49, and I've got to wait till the next Sunday.
Yeah, I got to driving back from my hometown just to have brunch on Sundays. It may be that good. Definitely suggest checking that out. Dewey made a good point. It's a great place for after church, or if somebody you know is staying here and staying at the GCU hotel, and get some delicious food.
I'll tell you what, Dewey isn't often wrong.
Yeah, Dewey is not often wrong, yes. That one smacked foul. Dewey doing his...
Oh, Dewey almost just got a foul ball back there. I don't know if he saw that. No, I don't think he was looking up. But, man, that one, speaking of Dewey...
He's all right over there.
Right back to his area. He's okay. Good, Dewey. Him and I just switching spots.
The 0-1. Smith will bunt. Green will come in to get it. Not going to be in time. A lot of miscommunication between Janelle Medina and Kayla Green. Green coming in, Medina coming in as well. They collide, no throw, and Smith is safe at first.
Well, that's actually not Green's play to make. You have the third baseman coming in. You have all the energy behind you. You can corral and get on the way, and she just bumped Green out of the way because Green has to stop and pivot and then turn.
Lainey Gomez will step in, runner on first, no outs. First pitch, chopper to Horton. Not going to make the play at second or first. Smith's going to move to third, and it's going to go out of play. It'll keep Smith. Smith will run attack. I think Smith will stay at third. So the ball goes out of play on that throw. So I believe it'll definitely be an error from the shortstop on the throw. So I think they will keep Sierra Smith at third. Gomez will go to second, and with no outs, Bianca Bowling with a huge opportunity to tie this one up. No outs for Bianca Bowling, runners on second and third. First one on the way. Outside for a strike. Guess a good enough framing job by Nikki Butler. She gets that call in the outside corner. Oh, one on the way. Ooh, good turn on it for Bowling. Does not go her way. It goes foul. That one would have had no problem scoring both runners in.
You know, they must have a lot of trust in Green. I don't see any reason why she's still pitching after going 4 in the first game, and now we're here to the 6th inning. She's just not fooling anybody, and I do not agree with that choice.
The 0-2. Bowling. Oh, good catch by Rodriguez. Everyone's safe. So Rodriguez makes the catch at short. And now Maddie Dowdle will look to bring in both runners, if not, hopefully just one.
Can't have a fly ball or strikeout here, because then after getting 2nd and 3rd with no outs, then you're to 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs and risk, again, what happened when they had the bases loaded and didn't score anything with no outs.
So 1 down for the Lopes, runners on 2nd and 3rd. Not going to take a whole lot to score both of them. First one on the way. Dowdle, little blooper. It'll be caught in left field by Bergeson. And now Kenzie Hill with 2 outs will look to extend the inning and cut the deficit down as much as she can.
Well, you just have to be able to find ways to push your teammates across when they're in scoring position and under 2 outs. And now GCU risking getting no runs here.
So I think Jordan Keaton will come to pinch hit for Kenzie Hill.
Pinch hitting for GCU, number 22.
Jordan Keaton pinch hit last time. Did not get a hit in her opportunity in game 1. Big opportunity for Keaton here with runners on 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs. Looking to be a difference maker. The first one on the way. In there for strike 1. The 0-1 on the way. Keaton swung on and missed for strike 2. The 0-2. Keaton, chopper. Picked up by Rodriguez, throw on to first in time, so Lopes will lead runner stranded again. And we will move to the top of the 7th. The score, 3-1, New Mexico State still leads. We'll be right back right after this.
My name is Anthony Perez, and I earned my master's in education at Grand Canyon University. I feel that the degree program at GCU definitely got me ready and prepared to reach both short and long-term goals. It's definitely prepared me to lead my classroom and also be a teacher leader to find innovative ways of solving the problems in education in the state of Arizona. I'm definitely committed to student success, and so I'm very passionate about working with students. What I absolutely love is when they get that spark in their eye and they understand a concept. When I have those moments is making it all worthwhile in everything that I'm doing. Grand Canyon University definitely has a vibrant campus that has many resources that are accessible. I feel that GCU has prepared me to be an agent of change so that way I can support and advocate on behalf of children in the state of Arizona.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
My name is Anthony Perez, and I earned my
3-1. Lopes looking for another 1-2-3 inning and then look to hopefully win it in a walk-off in the bottom of the 7th. Kennedy Sorensen will lead things off here in the top of the 7th for New Mexico State. The first one in there for ball 1. Yesenia Morrison still on the mound for the Lopes. Sorensen found her first career hit early on in her second at-bat. That one goes outside for ball 2. On the way. That one, Smith trying to make the catch, won't make it. Sorensen will get another base hit. Looked like Shea Smith was trying to make the play at shortstop, just unable to make the grab.
And never really had a chance on that ball. That would have been an almost impossible catch, and fortunately wasn't really close on that dive, but nice effort.
So Buddy Vargas will come to pinch run for New Mexico State. And Medina will step up to plate. Lopes looking for a double play here. Medina shows bunt, pulls back, bunts it down. Hill will have to make the play. Throw on to first for out number 1.
Nice play.
So Medina does her job moving the runner over to second. And now Bergeson will step in.
It's a nice job by Hill and Bowling being on the same page and being outside or inside in the base path, not outside. And that way the runner didn't run into either one of them or get hit by the ball.
First one to Bergenson, a little outside for ball 1. I'm sorry, strike 1. I'll happily be mistaken on that one.
Right, yeah. That's where you're happy to misspoke or whatever, misspeak.
That one definitely goes for a ball. Count goes to 1-1. If I can say it was a ball and it was a strike every time, no one would ever get a hit.
Right.
The 1-1. Got her on the outside corner for strike 2.
I was going to say, I didn't know. I thought maybe that would be called a ball. Didn't say anything, but that was a very good pitch.
Yeah, Morrison has done a pretty good job painting that outside corner. Hill doing a good job framing it up for her. The 1-2. That one's outside for ball 2. Lopes would love a strikeout here. Then they'll have to deal with Kelsey Horton, excuse me. Two on the way. Chopper picked up by Smith, but it goes foul. Lopes would love a scenario where they don't have to pitch to Kelsey Horton, but the assumption, in my opinion, would be to Walker, the 2-2. Chopper picked up by Olsen underneath her glove.
No way.
Gomez bobbles it. Vargas comes to score. New Mexico State tacks on another run. So I thought, just right underneath
one of the
Olsen's
easiest
glove.
plays that we've seen in the game. That was a ground ball, probably 5 to 10 miles an hour. Didn't get the glove down, and it just went right underneath.
9 times out of 10, Lorianne Olsen's making that grab, no issue. Unfortunately, that was the 10th time.
I mean, both. But the one underneath her glove and the bobble out there in center by Gomez. Not that that did anything, but what a bad air at second.
Orton, right to Smith, throw back to first. Not in time, so now we will see Victoria Castro. That doesn't take away at all how great Lorianne Olsen is at second base, or even Lainey Gomez out in center, but even the best players make mistakes. Like I said, 9 times out of 10, maybe even 10 times out of 10, Olsen makes that grab. So Castro takes strike 1. Castro 1 for 3 so far. Bunt shown. Morrison got to make a play. It's going to be not in time. Throw down to third, and they got her. So they didn't get the out at first, able to get the out at third, and we will move to the bottom of the 7th. Lopes hoping for some late inning heroics as we move to the bottom of the 7th. Get the best gear to show off your Lope pride. Go to lopeshops.gcu.edu to find everything GCU. From the newest apparel to the coolest accessories, Use promo code GCUTV20 to get 20% off for being a GCU TV viewer. Let's paint the Valley purple. Lopes up.
Well, that last play, so close. Aggressive base running by the Aggies, and that throw over from first to third. The tag almost missed again. Tagged on the knees, almost slid under. Fortunately, the throw was there earlier this time, but man, I mean, you gotta learn to tag the feet, tag right, make the right play.
Well, still got the out.
Oh yeah, I know, and that might be a little too hard, but you know, it came back, it bit them over there one time at second. You're right, they definitely still did get the out, and basically, it could be argued that they did get the feet, tag the feet, but you know, I'm just saying.
Well, you can also attribute, you know, you can go back to the first inning where the Lopes had the bases loaded several times and were unable to score runs.
Yep.
You know, and then you go back to just this previous inning, ball goes underneath Lorianne Olson's glove, ball tips off of Lainey Gomez's glove, and 1 run comes around. So if Olson makes that grab, turns the out, there's 2 outs, and then you've got that little fly ball from Horton to Smith, you end the inning.
I mean,
and obviously, you know, you go back to first, they score runs
right
with those opportunities. The opportunities have been there. Lopes just unable to capitalize. Liner off the glove of Medina, and Kay is safe at first. So,
you see, this is huge now because if they get 2 runs and that run and that run comes back to bite them, you know, we are going to see the mistakes really be the thing that makes them lose.
So Lorianne Olson with a runner on first.
That ball was lined. I mean,
yeah, right off the glove of Medina over there at third. First one on the way. Olson takes that one in there for a strike. Olson 1 for 3 so far.
Well, it really seems like Green is starting to bring more velocity.
The 0-1. That one foul.
She's bringing it.
The 0-2 to Olson. Chopper to Rodriguez. Makes the play at second. Will not get him at first. So 1 down for New Mexico State, and Nikki Gonzalez with an opportunity. Oh, they're both safe.
Oh, yeah. She was off.
She was off the bench.
Yeah. I don't know. That's what I was going to say. Don't know why she didn't touch it. She flipped it. The second baseman wasn't accepting the flip and didn't even have her foot on the base.
So no outs. No outs now.
A home run and we're tied.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, one swing and we're tied.
Yeah, Nikki Gonzalez is the best person to do it for GCU.
Absolutely. But it seems like, again, New Mexico State just self-imploding in the field. Got to make those plays.
So a huge opportunity for Nikki Gonzalez. The wind is, of course, blowing more towards right field, so anything in the air to left field is going to already be blowing back. I know Nikki loves that left field side. First one on the way to Gonzalez, and it hits her. Bases are loaded again now for GCU, and Shay Smith will step in. Maybe this is the time where GCU shakes off those bases loaded, I don't know, issues, I guess. Capitalize right here.
Yeah, I mean, this is where you redeem yourself and make everything back up.
So Sierra Smith against Montana hit a grand slam. That team color is relatively the similar color. I may be making some really weird connections.
Grand slam here. We're all walking out of here with a win.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Shay is her sister.
Yeah.
Similar color teams.
And we're going to see a new pitcher, too, so that's good. I mean, that's good. I think
Annalise De La Roca will step in for New Mexico State into the circle. Bases are loaded, no outs for the Lopes. Prime opportunity, 1 swing of the bat, and we walk away with a win. of course, even one swing of the bat, we're tied.
I think it's good that that they're not facing Green anymore. And, you know, I know they haven't seen her yet, obviously, today, and they're used to Green, but just something new, and you can go out there and not think about what she's done in the past, what pitch she's going to go to. You don't really know, and you can just have this, let this be, you're at bat here, no pressure.
So Taylor T-Tone will come and pinch run for Nikki Gonzalez, get some more speed on the bags. Shea Smith's only got to just pop one into the outfield, and it'll be enough to score at least 2. Lopes in a prime opportunity, had issues in the first inning not bringing runners around when the bases were loaded. Here would be a great time to break that horrible streak.
And speaking of horrible streak, how about the lack of big-time players in the field for New Mexico State? Errors when they need it, and they can't make the play. You got to play big in big times, and the Aggies have not done that.
First one on the way to Shea Smith. Line into left field, going back, and not making the catch is Bergeson. Very tough play over there in left field.
Tough play, but it seems
okay.
like she had a beat on the ball. I mean, inches away from it. Jeez, what happens if you catch it? Then you have one out for your team.
Well, you could definitely score from third base on that catch.
Absolutely, absolutely.
The 0-1. Way to lay off that one, Shea Smith. Count goes to 1-1.
I tell you, she's bringing them straight, she's bringing them hard, and she's bringing them accurate. So this is what GCU hitters want to see.
The 1-1. Ooh. Almost got her.
Well, it's not almost do you lean into it if you see another pitch like that and get a run. Just take one for the team.
Kay Olsen and T-Tone occupy the base paths. The 2-1 to Smith. That one lined, it'll fall. 1-1 will come around. 2 will come in to score. And she's safe. Lopes cut the deficit down to 1. Shea Smith, clutch for the Lopes.
Yeah, unbelievable. Now second and third, no outs. And GCU looks like they are ready to win this thing.
Sierra Smith now with an opportunity to win the game for the Lopes, or at least tie it up.
The third baseman, number 3.
Shea Smith on second, Taylor T-Tone on third. It's not going to take much to score both of them. De La Roca coming in on relief. First one on the way. That one will get past. We're tied.
Stay. Yeah, I mean, she's just delivering batting practice right now. Throwing pitches right down the middle, doesn't have any off speed, and I don't know why you'd bring this pitcher on in such a time. I mean, maybe you're trying to think they can overpower the Lopes, but they're all over it.
Looks like they might be bringing back in Kayla Green. No outs for the Lopes.
I mean, she just got destroyed there. She was serving up batting practice out there. Fast pitches right down the middle of the plate and no off speed. How can you do that?
So we talked about Lainey Gomez in the first game being a big factor in keeping the Lopes in the game. Now, with a huge opportunity to win the game for the Lopes and break the undefeated WAC streak for New Mexico State. Coming into this one, we're 6-0. They won the first game. Now they're 7-0. Lopes looking to be their first loss in WAC play for New Mexico State.
Yeah, and what a game we witnessed tonight. And so fun. It's been a ride so far, and you can guarantee that this is about to be second and third with no outs, and they're not going to worry about that throw down.
First one on the way to Gomez.
Ooh.
In there for strike one.
Well, maybe not guarantee it, but
even a deep fly ball, no outs.
Yeah.
is going to win the game. It's no issue to bring in Shea Smith.
But you'd like to think that the runner on first will take off to second here.
The 0-1 inside for ball one.
Well, you got to be consistent if you want to be the best team in the conference.
The 1-1 swung on and missed for strike two. So Gomez, Bowling, and Dowdle. Anything on the ground is more than likely going to be going towards home.
Well, if it's not, I don't know why.
1-2. Gomez rips one foul. Shea Smith on third, Sierra Smith on first. Laney Gomez looking to walk this one off in the bottom of the seventh. A huge seventh inning for the Lopes. The 1-2 on the way. Gomez, a chopper. Will be enough. Walks it off. The Lopes put an L in the record for New Mexico State. And they win it in the seventh. 5-4.
Jumping for joy here in the booth. How about it? Undefeated WAC. New Mexico State Aggies fall into the preseason favorite, GCU Lopes.
A walk-off win. Laney Gomez, the player of the game for the Lopes. We will be back tomorrow at 5 o'clock for the final game of this three-game series against New Mexico State. Follow Grand Canyon University on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/GCU. A great win for the Lopes. And then what's more than that we can say? A walk-off win. Laney Gomez, the hero tonight. What'll happen tomorrow, you'll just have to wait and see right here on GCU TV. For the entire GCU TV crew, for Dewey Jeffries, for Alex Larson, I'm Philip Katafmo. Lopes win! We'll see you tomorrow at 5. Have a great rest of your evening. And as always, go Lopes.